But
how likely that is to be related.
I'm just thinking now. We're just thinking of that Val.
my opinion
class before,
that like the overwhelming negative reception of Sanctum, like if you go back to where they're describing the new Sanctum mechanic, it is nothing but chat spamming L and not like this and fuck Sanctum, and like
he's cool.
I take that as like kind of a reflection of their
we have the unique rewards
unwillingness to accept like PoE2's like base gameplay style.
There are unique jewels,
you know?
and then there are unique socketables.
There are like I said, there are plenty of reasons to not like Sanctum that are legitimate. One, Sanctum's just way too fucking rewarding on League Start, and that kind of sucks. I don't know what you do about it without making it worthless, but it sucks that if you don't do Sanctum in a trade league, you're kind of just fucking up. You know, you really are just fucking up.
And that Varlos from the Ultimatum, in
there's
particular,
a very short list of builds
like a lot more
that are good at Sanctum. And like, if you're not good at Sanctum, Sanctum's really fucking hard.
Some of the stuff is a lot better with how they work. So yeah, so
that coupled with one create this like even worse problem where like
they stay there. And so that means
for a really successful trade league start, you have to play like a very specific build and do Sanctum early, and it's like if you're not doing that, you're kind of economically behind. But like
above the normal limit. Which is
people definitely overstate the problem of like being economically behind in trade league. Like
a Trial of Chaos.
It just doesn't really fucking matter as long as you play. People like to bitch and say, I'm behind, therefore there's no point in me trying. Like, oh, I missed the whole economy already. And it's like,
normal everyday mods that you'd expect to find on any
resists and things
like resists and damage and that kind of stuff. So effectively,
I get it, but I also think it's like cringe to like use that as an excuse for like
socketables that you might want to be using. And yeah, obviously being able to get
complaining.
I mean, it's something that everyone will want.
But like those are legitimate reasons to not like Sanctum, and maybe you just don't like it.
So that's
in general, I think like
as your final crafting step.
The hate for Sanctum comes from like
Valorbs are more forgiving though.
They are, yeah.
But like if you think about we talked about enchantment, yeah. So some slots you might value the enchantment over a rune or a socket slot, right? That probably, especially towards endgame, I'd say that's probably going to tilt that way because maybe a soul core contests with it, but the whole point is that there's choice.
The enchantments are better than the socket slots.
And then there's enchantment. We just talked about the socket. There's obviously always the case of doing nothing, which happens. But
I think I don't understand the value of sockets.
Just say
I like fundamentally
items,
don't understand it, and I don't think I will understand it until I play the game.
1 to 3 modifiers at random. Effectively do a chaos orb on 1 to 3 modifiers.
It's really hard for me, like. Like in PoE 1, I know the value of a socket, right? And PoE 2, I don't. I kind of don't
away
understand
the good ones.
Interesting.
But if you're using it on a mid item, you can actually turn it very good. Now I've had this happen. Like when I've been playing, I've got life, defense, double res, and
you're definitely right that like
I don't want. And I'm like, I'll just start
the difference between a good build in Sanctum and a bad build in Sanctum is like probably way too high.
Helmet, and I was like, awesome. So even that,
but I don't think that's what the average player is complaining about. I think the average player just doesn't like the gameplay of Sanctum, so they like choose not to engage with it.
3 damage mods, and you got some bad suffixes. It could even be an option, or.
Dude, I made 2 Sanctum runners in Necropolis.
Before, it's like if it bricked it often was almost
I made a Penance Brander and a Hex Blaster.
And then you told me about a new
I fucking hate Hex Blast.
Which I don't know if you want to
I will never play Hex Blast again.
I'm surprised you even got that.
And it blows my mind that people actually recommend Hex Blast over Penance Brand.
As I agree.
Somebody who did like 1,000 Sanctum runs, like 500 runs on each build, like I did enough to get them each to level 100 and then like way more. Actually, it only took like 100 runs to get them to 100.
I can't remember exactly the values, but let's just say it changes all the values to between 0.8 and 1.2
if you're trying to get into Sanctum. People recommend Hex Blast as like the best Sanctum runner, and that is just. It makes me question like if people are like smoking crack because
I can't remember what we balanced it to.
But I think people just lie is the thing. I think people like lie. They say, "Oh, I've played both." and I like this one better because
what we did, but whatever.
no person who's actually played Penance and Hexblast side by side in Sanctum would ever say Hexblast is better than Sanctum. It's just
enchantment. Do I want an extra?
It is crazy
200 life,
how different they are.
Or do I want the socket? So it's
in
quite an
terms
interesting
of
choice and adds an extra axis of
just
corruption to
comfort.
unique items. That is, I think,
corrupted divining of uniques.
I'll take the argument that Hexblast is faster
it's a divining
because
bit, but
Hexblast
with,
can definitely get
advancements and
more
lower
movement
Sure,
speed.
there's going to be some broken things like max
But
res or something like that.
I will take Penance Brand. I will do
Cross that
one
bridge when
less
it comes to
Sanctum every like 3 hours on Penance Brand, and just put those fucking brands down, man. It is.
What about the actual ascendancies themselves?
It's so fucking good.
How are they cooking?
Well, they're fun.
Doing
they're cool.
Hexblast in Sanctum actually is what made me quit Necropolis. I was so over it.
Tried to have one that's a bit more out there.
I didn't even run
Something
my
that isn't
original
just,
Sins.
like, if you think even about Imperial
Yeah, I played
1, you've
with
got the
automation.
duelist,
It's
and you've got,
still-
like Champion or Slayer.
It's just
or,
not good compared to brands.
Words I
Dude,
don't
like,
remember, but you know the drill.
Your brand radius gets so
and
fucking big.
And the problem is, like, okay, they're all
It's
just
just-
about like hitting
it's
stuff
so
with weapons,
stupid
they
how
haven't
good
there's nothing
brands
really
are
out
when
there.
you're like,
sure, they
you
all sound
build it
cool.
right.
Like, don't get me wrong, and they can
And,
be
like,
cool, and they do have differences. But
the problem
there's
is
nothing
like
that's,
so
kinda
many
crazy.
people play Hexblast that
So all
like
of a sudden now, when you're like
starting a
sorceress, you're using
character
all your elemental skills, and now
it's
you
a
can just, like,
Hexblaster
go into
going
this
to
thing that can
Sanctum
stop
is like
time.
fine
You know,
if
it's
you're
a little
getting in
bit
cheap.
more,
but
crazy, and you got the
I would
mercenary, you
never
can turn into a gemling legionnaire,
go
and
into,
effectively fuse gems into your flesh.
I would
to,
never
like,
put money into a Sanctum runner
mutate
that wasn't
yourself,
Penance Brand.
It's like not just talking about crossbows and projectiles over and over and over and over again. It's like doing kind of whack stuff. So
Even
I
without
really
the
like
reflecting
that.
mist
That's awesome,
amulets,
and we're gonna,
like I was
make sure
in
every single
Necropolis,
class has
we didn't
one
even
thing
have the
that is, like,
reflecting mist.
definitely
I
out
just
there. And then one
I
thing
had, like,
that's, more
crafted
predictable,
brand
more to the
attachment range,
expectation of the trope. You know,
and,
for
like,
example, the Deadeye to the Ranger. And
it, getting like more attachment range is like kind of a funny meme.
Cool interactions,
like,
just cool playing with different mechanics, and we've tried to make them,
you
like, for
don't
example,
need
none
anymore.
of them call out a weapon. Right? None of them. So
I never
we're
got
trying to
hit
make sure
on
that they're
Penance
broad
Brand
enough
unless
to
I
be
was
that
trying to get hit.
You might
It was
be
impossible
a
to get
ranger going
hit
a Deadeye, but
unless you
playing a
wanted to
caster,
get hit.
right? Playing spells, like keeping all of that
I
open,
could
that
I could
flexibility,
probably do
that kind of
100
crazy,
original
for
sin
the
runs in a
Johnny
row
players,
on
as we
Penance
call it
Brand
out there,
and
who
never
wanna just
lose.
completely experiment
Whereas
and
on
figure out,
Hexblast,
you know, the most
I think I
broken,
could
weird
probably
stuff.
only do like
You know, and you get things with that where you
8 in
sort
a
of like,
row.
okay,
I don't think I could do 10 in a row
and
on
I'm using a
Hexblast
quill rain
without
and one weapon
losing
set,
to
spec'd into a
some
bunch
weird
of prod
janky
speed, attack
thing.
speed, and
Because
in my second
Xbox
weapon
is
set, I'm
so
using a spellcaster
scuffed
staff
at
with a
targeting
bunch of
shit.
projectile
It's
stuff,
so
and I'm
it's so
invested
bad
into more
at
spell
original
damage
sin
side, and you got a
compared to
whack
Penance.
tree, and all of a sudden now you're this like Deadeye archer spellcaster mage hybrid doing all kinds of wacky stuff, or like even
And like Hexblast definitely does more damage,
experimenting
but
with a bunch of triggers.
I never
So
had a
you're
Lacey
using
that
your
didn't
bow as
die
a quill rain as a high attack speed delivery
instantly
mechanism for,
on Penance
you
either.
know, laying down a bunch of
And I didn't even make my character
either
like that
CCs or
crazy.
slows, or building up crowd controls, and then you're using the caster stuff, and like you get some.
Dude, I'm not even listening to these
pretty
guys.
out
Do they
there
say
things
anything
going on,
important?
and
Do we care?
The important thing is it's not like just like benefiting only arrows or
Dude, I
only
gotta crack
bow
my
attacks or anything
sternum,
like that.
but it's not going. Hold on.
Broad and now
maybe I can.
opens up the world to what you can do. And same like the Gemling Legionnaire on the Mercenary is
It's not
entirely
going, dude.
just
It's stuck.
about gem slots, skills, support, zero. There's no. You don't have to be anything. You can be literally whatever build you want.
Oh my god, this is
And
horrible.
yeah, so
You ever guys like
that's embracing
you go
that,
for the
making
crack
sure people
and you're
still,
stuck
even
in
though we
like
have all these
the
classes, we're embracing that path of exile.
pre-crack
You can do anything
stasis. No,
fantasy
I just
that we
feel
want people to
weird.
be able to do. And if you don't want to go with the trope, perfectly fine.
Yeah,
and
so
you'll still be powerful.
Yeah,
It
I
sounds
mean,
like you're really trying to avoid
that's the
that
thing.
that we've had a couple times in PoE 1 where
Sure,
like a certain
that's
niche
definitely a
is
valid
relegated to
point.
one ascendancy.
That like
that's the only
buying
way to go
good
for it.
gear
Sure.
is
It sounds like
always
it's not
worth
gonna
it.
be, yeah,
Well, at least
but
if we're
Like
doing
no
our
matter
job right,
when
then.
you are in the league, well,
with so
as
many
long as
of
you're
the
not the last like
sentences as well.
1 week of the
Got a lot of
league,
choices.
it is always a good
Originally, the plan
investment
was
to buy
like,
good
have
gear.
all of the
Because you will
PoE 1
always be able to
ascendancies
sell it
available,
back
and it was
for more.
some
Like
sort of
there's
weird split
literally
campaign stuff
no
and all that.
point
I don't
ever
really know at this point. It's a bit confusing. It's
to like not have your money in gear unless it like is preventing you from buying something else you want.
Yeah,
But
at this point they'll just be different, right? Like,
I never have an
originally
issue
way
like
back when, we were
buying
planning
really
on
good
just keeping
items
the
for a
sentences as they
build that
were.
I'm even
Yeah.
thinking
But at
about.
this
Like
point,
it might not
that
even
wouldn't
exist
even
yet, and I'm
be
just
good
like,
enough because, like, it doesn't
maybe I want
fit
to play this
kind of like
later.
Path of
You,
Exile
you just
2's
buy it then and
way
there.
of designing
It's always going
things.
to go
So,
up. You'll
yeah, I mean,
always
like,
be
we
able to
might have a
resell
class
it for
with
like
Deadeye, and it
way
might have
more
the
than you
same
spent on it.
themes,
So
but it'll be like different actual mechanics and different
like
Yeah.
I mean,
I was buying
yeah, even the Deadeye, you got Tailwind.
Adorn
works
shit for my
differently.
Hex
You still
Blaster.
got
God, my
additional projectile.
Adorn, my Hex
You know,
Blaster was
like,
so
there are things that
kitted
certainly
out,
carry over.
and it was just an
but
embarrassment compared to the
it's
penance
really
brand.
easy, and it's honestly been
It's
fun
so
just looking at them
dumb.
going like, now we have all these system changes, all these skills, and everything works like
Kind of
this.
want to
Just
open
what would the
PoE.
perfect
I want to
class
look at my
be?
characters.
Not like
It's been a while.
how can we retrofit and band-aid a PoE 1 class to work. It's just way better to look at it and go, here's all the things we want.
Can I click this without it fucking up? No, not really, I gotta make no new scenes. This is cringe. This one? Log into Mop Classic? Man, I would love to log into Mop Classic, but I don't have a guild. I don't want to find a guild either. Why, doesn't this work? Oh, I think I did the wrong thing. Looking for game capture. Nobody wants to play FL? What is FL? Firelands? Dude, I wish I played Classic. There's so many fun classes in Classic. Alright, pause this. I haven't listened to the Q&A for like a half hour now. Where are my Sanctum dudes? Dude, it's so funny to me how whenever like classes that weren't meta in an old version of WoW and like the classic comes up and like the meta changes, because every warrior and their brother like was so eager to swap to what the fuck is this? To Fury. Like they wanted to swap to Fury so quickly, but there was like realistically never a time where you should have been playing Fury in like the entire expansion. I remember trying to play Fury in like Fireland's heroic gear and just being like I finally made this swap. I got all like my two-handers and I was doing less than arms. I was like, what the fuck is this shit? It was such a letdown. Where's my penance brand guy? This one? I still have the gear on him. Dude, this is how scuffed of a penance brand character you can make. It's like you just put on dog shit and your character's good. Like it's all fucking uniques. Like Heat Shiver, a literal 1C staff, and you can get a corruption on it just because it's funny. Okay, this Call of the Brotherhood with resistance corruption was actually kind of pog, but you don't even need it. Like I was capped res on this character and like, why the fuck? Who even gives a shit? Kalandra's Touch just because The one corruption Dialas doesn't even fucking matter. Look at these dog shit boots that I made with Necropolis. They've got res on them and move speed. Like, oh wait, these are actually annoying because of the fucking... Dude. You know what the... Okay, I was wrong. You know what the best thing about PoE 2 is going to be? Not having fucking Eldritch and Eater influence anymore. It's actually so shit. It's unbelievable how shit it is. Why, dude? That's the single best thing. I'm never going to be able to go back to PoE 1 because I'm going to craft gear without having to use Eldritch implicits, and the system shock of like ever having to go backwards in my life to this point is gonna like blow my fucking mind. It will just never happen. But anyway, these are just rare boots. You buy them from like some guy. These were Necropolis crafted just because you could Necropolis craft. They don't fucking matter. Culling Strack, Unnerve, and nothing else. One Maven brand, one Maven orb, take what you get, and then craft brand attachment range. Like, this character was so fucking stupid. Like, how little it took to get going. Okay, this amulet was actually pretty fucking cool, but you don't need an amulet like this. I will always play Penance Brand. If you're sending me to the Sanctum, it is always going to be on Penance Brand. Dude, my favorite thing about Necropolis was crafting caster amulets. These were so easy to make, and they were always good. You could not make a bad one. It was impossible. I unfortunately can't like play this character because you log out for one league and suddenly your character doesn't work anymore. That's just like how the game works. Yeah, my passives are gone. What the fuck ever. Okay, hold on. This was like the sickest Glorious Vanity anybody's ever laid their eyes on, though. Okay, this was probably... The thing is, a Glorious Vanity like this probably only rolls around like one time a league. I had to convince a fucking guy to trade it to me. It's not even like I was fighting anybody for this. He just like... He was a... Like every... Legion Jewel, it comes from some guy who spends, you know, their entire life botting Legion 5-way runs, carry runs, and like they never want to sell their fucking jewels to people. They just put them in dump tabs and like never sell them, and like anytime they message they put it in a higher tier dump tab. So like I'm the only one messaging this guy for this jewel, and like you message him once and he just like puts it away to a different dump tab. He's like, oh, I'll probably get a better deal from somebody, you know, real soon. And then like, so it just, I bought everything else for this build in like one day, and it took me a whole fucking week to buy this jewel because I had to just like come back the next day and like message this guy again, and I'm just like, bro, I'm the only one who wants this jewel. Just give it to me. Like, I will pay you like what you currently have it at. You're not scamming me. I'm not scamming you. Like, give me a fucking break. But that said, if anybody cared about Penance Brand, this is like a crazy fucking jewel because you got the cast speed shit. You got this isn't the right one, is it? Oh, it's not working because it's not connected. Well, you'll have to take my word for this. This is like 3 aura nodes and then like a bunch of like crit multi and the lightning damage and cast speed. It was good. I guess the hardest part about these is the fucking cluster jewels. This shit sucks. This is the only reason you can't league start Penance Sanctum, is because you have to buy all of these stupid grand design and remarkable things. And like the only reason these ones were hard to get is because I need like a very specific amount of res to like to res cap the build. But fuck it, just go in on your res cap. Who gives a shit? You never take damage anyway. I also hate buying grand spectrums. Shit is cringe. This thing sucked too. Why did I even use this? This was awful. I would not use Balance of Terror again. This is stupid. Now, compare this dog shit character to... Where's my Hexblast gear? It's on the one that's not level 100. No, it never would have been. It's at least 98. This guy? It's thematically named. Oh, he's got Divine, so he's probably a Sanctum runner at one point. Yeah, okay. This guy, to be fair, Hexblast is way higher move speed, but like, all this shit was miserable to buy. How much are Wraeclasts now? These things kind of suck now, don't they? Or are they like really good with the endurance charge change? Oh my god, I forgot about the ring. These rings are so infuriating. Yeah, the problem is playing Hexblast without Wraeclast, like... Wraeclast is like the... Is that fair? To say it's like the whole build? Probably not. It's definitely like... The reason Hexblast is a good Sanctum runner, a fast Sanctum runner, is because of Wraeclast. But I guess you're still pretty strong without it. I mean... The problem is not the gear. Like, Mage Blood's cool, but like, whatever. Oh, these things suck. These things are fucking annoying. But unnecessary. This ring drove me fucking crazy. Just trying to get Chaos Res. Tier 4 Chaos Res on this stupid ring was miserable. Shit pissed me off. No, the real reason Hexblast sucks... Do Hexblast still run Adorned? Like, is Adorned still meta, even though it's, like, fucking shit now? Dude, I will never make these jewels again. Fuck these stupid things. This is so annoying. Actually so annoying. I will never play an Adorned build in my life. Again. Where is the Adorned? I have like 4 150 Adorns in Standard. How much are these? Like infinity mirrors now? I can't imagine there's like a single optimized Standard build that doesn't use an Adorned. But I'm having flashbacks to making these things, and it just pisses me off. They're so stupid. Fuck them. I hate it. Ugh. Why? They do it. Any other cool things? Dude, why do stash tabs like fuck up? Like, what is happening? I don't have any of the loot bot or things loaded that would like change my mouse actions. So like, why is my stash doing this? Is it because I have a whole bunch of like hidden tabs that fuck up? What the fuck? Oh. I remember when they announced they were nerfing Ashes. Why do they nerf Ashes? It's so dumb. I logged in and I rolled like every Ashes I had into a perfect one. Just to like fucking have them. What are these? Oh, I know what they are. Can you still use sextants? Those aren't sextants. These... Oh, they turned into veiled scarabs. I only had 20... There's no way I only had 23 sextants. Oh. Oh, okay. Okay, I get it now. Dude, you guys got these? Any cool kids got these? How much do you think these are worth? Holy. These are a real collector's item. Also, remember when Eldritch Stygians were like the most valuable items in the game before they brought them back? This is my prize one. I never rolled it. I was waiting for it to appreciate forever because I thought Eldritch Stygians were never gonna come back, and I was gonna it was gonna be like the last great item. These were so rare in Bestiary. Now they're trivial. They're not even good. Ooh. Oh, I'm not actually gonna play PoE right now. I'll play it on the 6th when it the shit launches. So I gotta leave in like 20 minutes. I'm gonna wrap up a little bit. But here's the plan, gamers. I realize this sounds stupid because I think the last time I streamed was like a year and a half, 2 hours ago, and I said like something very similar now that I think about it. But I lately I've been feeling the desire to stream. It's big time. It's grown like a fire, a raging inferno. And frankly, the more important thing is that I'm sick of watching streams. And because usually I like play games and just like I become a stream viewer instead of the streamer. But there are like no streams I care to watch during my usual like evening hours anymore. So I think I've decided, fuck it, I'm just going to start streaming again. And I felt this way kind of for like a while. But I didn't really want to play PoE 1. I didn't really want to play an MMO. I definitely didn't want to play WoW, and I didn't really want to play like variety shit either. Like I'm a person who streams best when I've got like a mission, something I care about streaming. And I think PoE 2 is gonna have me back in the saddle. So come PoE 2 launch, I think the stream's gonna be firing up pretty often. And if you guys want to hang with me, I'm gonna make it a more regular thing. I think I'll probably be keeping fairly similar hours to what I used to. Currently I'm thinking like 8 p.m.-ish Eastern, maybe a little earlier, kind of depends when I like settle in. I wake up pretty late though. It's just the schedule that works best for me here. I think they'll be like kind of start in the evening EST though, and they're gonna go until I get tired basically, or until I don't want to stream anymore, or until it's a gym time, which is Wednesday and Sunday. But I think that's the plan. I think I'm over watching streams, so there'll be more streams, at least, you know, as long as I'm interested in PoE 2 or interested in other games I can think of to play. But additionally, but wait, there's more. I've replaced my WoW addiction from years past with a Final Fantasy XIV addiction. And I think I've decided I don't really care to like stream the Savage Raids. If you're like familiar with the game, the Savage Raids are like mythic, basically. Doing those is kind of like whatever. I don't have a set schedule for playing Final Fantasy XIV Savage Raids because I just pug them. Like I log in and I just clear the raids in Duty Finder, Party Finder, and that's what I did all through Endwalker. I cleared all 3 of the raids just solo, doing it as like a mercenary caster player in Party Finder, and I fucking love it. God damn, it has shown me a vision of like what WoW could be if they embraced a smaller raid size and more like strict mechanics, as in like not things based on phase changes and like HP based shit. But the lower grade size and like forcing more responsibility onto each player, and like they all have to learn the fights, you know, like, because the worst thing in fucking Mythic, when like you go like 50 pulls without seeing a mechanic, then you get it and you wipe the raid just because you've never seen it before. Like, fuck that shit. It's just the Final Fantasy raid style lends itself better to a smaller raid size, and the smaller raid size makes it way easier to pug. It's so nice. But I just anyway, back to my original point. I just kind of do the Savage raids in Party Finder, and the one downside to Party Finder is it's like I never know when I'm going to be raiding, because it's like I'll kind of like sit around, bum around, like have Final Fantasy open in like a different monitor while I'm like doing other shit or reading, and like eventually a party will show up that's like one that fits my criteria, and it's like, okay, we're going in. And like, while it would be fun to stream the Final Fantasy raids, I don't think it would be fun to like just kind of like wait semi AFK for like a group to show up. So like that doesn't really work well for me. But what does work well is an ultimate where I've actually going to have a set group of people to play with at scheduled times. And I've not done any of the ultimates before in 14, but I plan to do the ultimate that's coming out Tuesday, and we'll rip and tear until it's done. They're progging it with nobody I played WoW with. They're just people I met while doing Party Finder in previous tiers. So like we're acquaintances, we're friendly, but we're not like best bros or anything. And I'm kind of like wondering how it's gonna work out, because I feel like I'm a much more chill MMO player these days, you know, where like I don't get like super heated or pressed, especially not in Final Fantasy, where it's like there are no stakes for me. In Midwinter there was always like stakes, right? It's like there's an expectation of how well you're supposed to do, but like Final Fantasy, I don't care. But I do wonder how well that resolve will hold up over, 1,000+ pulls. I don't know how good they are, is the thing. Like, I haven't played with them much. I did like Athena with them in Endwalker. I did like only Athena with them. And I did the Blue Mage Eden raids with them. And so like we only played together a little bit, and they contacted me before the Ultimate was coming out, and they're like, hey, we need a caster, you want to play? And I was like, sure, I'll play video game. Because like I haven't done the Ultimates before, not because I'm disinterested, but also not because I'm interested. Like, if I don't have a group to play with, I don't want to pug them. I like pugging Savage in Party Finder is fine. It's fun. You chill. Like, if the group sucks, you just leave. Doing Party Finder Ultimate seemed like masochistic to me, especially when you don't get gear from it. Like, I didn't really fucking care. But if I've got a set group that like wants to do it, and like everybody's on the same page, the same prog point, I was like, okay, this is up my fucking alley. And you know what else? It would also be something that'd probably be pretty fun to stream, and like I think it would like buffer my sanity a little bit. Like, if I'm recording the entire Ultimate prog experience for like, for the sake of like future rewatching. Like, I rewatch some of the old WoW raids sometimes, and I'm like, man, those are the good days. And I think this would be something fun to have like on record, or when I'm an old man and I can like go look back on it or something. I don't know. It seemed fun. It seemed like it would be more fun with some type of chat experience and to record it. So that's the plan. Is we'll be doing the Ultimate. it's not going to be a fast clear. I'll tell you that right now. It will not be a world prog group. It's not going to be anywhere close. I think I'm going to be surprised if it's even a month 2 type situation. And that's good and bad. It's bad because I don't know if my sanity will hold up that long, but maybe that's good for you guys. And it's good because that gives me a lot of opportunity to stream. It's not going to be like a quick affair, right? This is going to be like your weekly scheduled ultimate wiping program. So I thought it'd be fun to stream that, even more so than PoE 2, and having PoE 2 to play like after, before, and days around that, I think would also be fun. So all the cards are turning up HESP right now, and the stream's back. At least that's the plan. Do you guys know my Final Fantasy character, by the way? Do you know the legends? Have I ever streamed Final Fantasy on this? I think I did once, but I don't think you guys know. And I would be shocked, but not too shocked, if some of you guys knew who I am, who my character is. Dude, you guys know about fucking Randy, dog? Dude, he's a cryptid. It's him, dude. It's gonna be a whole fucking thing. It's gonna be time. I play caster though, so maybe it's slightly less Giga Chad, but Randy the Painter, he's gonna be doing the ultimate. I guess the worst news out of all this though is that I don't think we're raiding at all next week. I had opinions on Picto, but I'll express them when it's like raid time. Dude, my true love is Summoner, and that's like a cringe take, but I just fucking love Summoner. Picto's like Summoner, but less fun to me. That's like it. So I think currently, dude, it sucks that they decide to release this shit on fucking Thanksgiving week, because all the people I'm playing with like aren't hardcore enough that they will like play through the week. Dude, Dragoon, if I was playing Melee, I'd play Dragoon. Dragoon is definitely my favorite of the Melee. Fizz range, love Fizz range. Oh, I love Machinist. I would never play Dancer or Bard, because I wouldn't be a buff bitch, but Bard's so fucking good right now. It's stupid. It is crazy how fucking good Bard is. Machinist, I respect it. You know, to be fair, Machinist is going to be really good in the ultimate. Like, I think all of the raw power that Bard has right now is going to be like equalized in an ultimate. Like being able to like store gauge, you know, Machinist handles downtime so well, and even just the fucking wrench alone makes Machinist just so fucking good in ultimate. Man, you guys got great taste. I love Dragoon. I hate that they changed Nastrand, but it's still so fun. I think probably the main reason I like Dragoon more than any of the other Melee is because I don't like the gauge jobs in this game. I hate the jobs that like have to pool their gauge and just like unleash, but only once every 2 minutes. Like that shit sucks ass. It's so stupid to me. I hate the 2-minute meta. But unless there's some freak balance pass, I'll be playing Crypto or Picto. Yeah, I like Dragoon a lot. The most fun part about Final Fantasy is pressing OGCDs, and Dragoon has the most. It's crazy that they buffed Dragoon. Dragoon was already the best Melee, and they buffed them. They made it less fun to play, but they buffed them. I keep losing sight of my point though, but I don't think we're raiding it all next week, which really sucks. I might, capital M, might go into Party Finder just to like see the fight, so I'm not like trolling when I go in the first time, but my group will definitely be trolling. So it would only be for like an ego thing. I think there's a chance we raid Tuesday, but I wouldn't expect it. If we do raid Tuesday, I'll stream it. We are not raiding Wednesday, not raiding Thursday, not raiding Saturday, probably not raiding Sunday, but maybe. And then like normal schedule the following week. But then we have like it's not a very serious group. There are going to be a lot of like missed days, but we're supposed to be raiding 5 days a week. It's supposed to be Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday, Sunday from 8 EST to 12 EST. So whenever we raid, I intend to be streaming. And I think it'll take a little bit for that schedule to kind of like settle down a bit and like, you know, until we hit the rhythm of like, okay, we're definitely raiding 5 days a week. Because I think until we hit 2025, there are going to be a lot of missed days, but I'm going to fill those missed days with PoE too, so it's not going to feel so bad to have a bunch of like random missed days. But I'm thinking it's going to take us 3 months, so if you guys want to buckle up, there's going to be a lot of MMO gaming on the horizon. The Picto variety. But that's it. Huge news. Bet you weren't expecting a Hesp return just in time for the holidays. But that's what it is. That's the plan. I'm done for now. I don't have anything else to do today, and I have my late night gym appointment on Sundays, so I'm going to be out of here. Probably streaming Tuesday if there's MMO stuff to stream. I will think of things to stream before then that aren't PoE 2 if I can, but I don't know what that is yet. I think I got some like roguelites and shit in my backlog, and maybe I'll try to make time for that. But I really appreciate you guys watching, chatting with me, brought back good memories, seeing a bunch of familiar faces, people hanging out, and my intent is to stream more and see you guys more often. So that's it. Appreciate